Hey there, how you doing? My name is Mark. I'm here to talk about Gotham. If you don't know what Gotham is, it's a TV show loosely based in the whole Batman universe, and it's not really about Batman though. It's about Jim Gordon and his rise, I guess you could say, to prominence in the Gotham Police Department. Uh, Bruce Wayne is in the show, but he's still a kid, recently getting over the death of his parents. He's more of like a supporting cast kind of character. He's not like the main character of the series. It's really about Jim Gordon, his life as a young police officer and dealing with corruption and things like that. But there are characters from the Batman universe. There's the Penguin, Riddler, and you've seen a few other people along the way. Harvey Dent. There was one character that was suggested to be the Joker, but we'll keep it spoiler free. That turns out a different way. In any event, the show is in its second season. And the first season was kind of, but the second season's been pretty solid so far. But this isn't about reviewing Gotham as a series or as a show. Just as the title of this video suggests, I'm trying to narrow down when Gotham takes place. I have a theory about that, and I'll do my best to try and explain it in a short amount of time. But if you look at the show, it's really hard to see when it takes place because the way people dress, it's really hard to narrow down a style like, an era. And the type of cars that you see, this is done intentionally, but it's just really hard to narrow things down. Now, the latest episode of Gotham gave me an idea, which leads to my theory. I think Gotham takes place around, I'd say 1997 to 1999. And the reason I said this is because in the latest episode, Jim used a cell phone that had caller ID. Now, cell phones were popularized in the U.S. at least around the mid to late 90s, and the flip phone was the reigning king at the time. I'd like to believe that someone like Jim would use the latest and greatest tech of his time, which would most likely be a flip phone. He had caller ID, so that shows that he was current at least at that time. Caller ID, people used to pay for that type of stuff back in the day, so I'm assuming that was popularized in, like I said, like about the late 90s. Another giveaway is the tech in Gotham. Like when you look at the show, no one has an HD TV or a LCD type display. Everyone seems to have tube TVs. And that goes for Bruce Wayne, that goes for the Penguin, all these wealthy characters. You'd assume they'd have the latest and greatest, but when they're watching like the news or watching television, they're on these giant tube displays. They're not HD TVs. These aren't like the old CRT monitor type things. They're just regular tube TVs. So HD TVs didn't catch on. They went mainstream probably, I'd say, in the early 2000s. However, they were around in the late 90s. So I'd say that would push it further back to, like I said, around like 97, 98, maybe 99, but that'd be pushing it because I'd expect Bruce Wayne to have an HD TV in his house. I mean, you see how big his home is. But anywho, I won't babble any longer. I'm just curious to know your theories on Gotham and when it takes place. If you're enjoying the show, that sort of thing, feel free to leave your theories and thoughts in the comments. If you like this video, you can give it a thumbs up or whatever. Maybe I'll do more. I don't know. But I'm just passing time here. Anyways, that's my spiel, and thanks for watching.